What if the biggest stars of Hollywood's golden age were hiding secrets far darker than anyone imagined? Behind the red carpets, glamorous premieres, and perfect smiles were shocking accusations, courtroom scandals, mysterious deaths, and crimes that nearly destroyed legendary careers. Some stars were arrested. Some faced explosive trials. Others were linked to scandals so unbelievable that studios tried desperately to bury the truth. In this video, we uncover 12 unbelievable crimes Hollywood stars were accused of, Golden Age Edition. These stories changed lives, ruined reputations, and exposed the dark side of classic Hollywood. You won't believe who made this list. Fatty Arbuckle, Hollywood's most shocking trial. During the silent film era, Roscoe Fatty Arbuckle was one of Hollywood's biggest comedy stars. He was famous, wealthy, and loved by millions. But in 1921, his career exploded into scandal after a wild party in San Francisco. A young actress named Virginia Rapp became seriously ill after the party and later died. Arbuckle was accused of causing her death, leading to one of Hollywood's most shocking criminal cases. Newspapers turned the story into a national sensation, portraying him as a monster before the trial even ended. Arbuckle faced 3 separate manslaughter trials. The first 2 ended without a clear verdict. In the third trial, the jury found him not guilty and even issued a rare public apology, saying he had been treated unfairly. But the damage was already done. Although acquitted, his reputation was destroyed, and his Hollywood career never fully recovered. Errol Flynn, the scandal that shocked Hollywood. Errol Flynn was one of the most famous adventure stars of Hollywood's golden age. Known for his charming smile and heroic movie roles, Flynn became a symbol of romance and excitement during the 1930s and 1940s. But behind the glamorous image was a scandal that nearly destroyed his career. In 1942, Flynn was accused of having inappropriate relations with 2 underage girls during a party on his yacht. The case immediately became front-page news across America. Hollywood studios feared the scandal would ruin one of their biggest stars. Flynn strongly denied the accusations and claimed he was innocent. The courtroom battle lasted for weeks and attracted huge public attention. In the end, the jury found Flynn not guilty, but the scandal permanently damaged his reputation. The phrase "and like Flynn" later became connected to his controversial lifestyle. Even after continuing his acting career, the shocking accusations followed him for the rest of his life. Charlie Chaplin, the legal scandal that rocked America. Charlie Chaplin was one of the greatest stars in movie history. His famous Little Tramp character made audiences laugh around the world. But behind the success, Chaplin faced one of the biggest scandals of his career. In the 1940s, his personal life became the center of intense public controversy. He was involved in a paternity lawsuit with actress Joan Barry, who claimed Chaplin was the father of her child. Although blood tests suggested otherwise, the legal battle damaged his public image. Around the same time, U.S. authorities accused Chaplin of violating the Mann Act, a federal law involving transporting women across state lines for immoral purposes. The case created massive headlines and divided public opinion. Chaplin denied wrongdoing and was eventually acquitted of the criminal charges. However, the scandal deeply affected his relationship with America. In later years, political controversy and public backlash pushed him away from Hollywood, marking a dramatic fall for one of cinema's most beloved legends. Lana Turner, the murder scandal that stunned Hollywood. Lana Turner was one of Hollywood's most glamorous stars, famous for her beauty, elegance, and powerful screen presence. But in 1958, her private life became the center of a shocking real-life tragedy. Turner was involved in a troubled relationship with gangster-linked businessman Johnny Stompanato. Their relationship was filled with jealousy, arguments, and reports of violent behavior. One night, a heated fight broke out inside Turner's home. During the confrontation, Stompanato was stabbed and killed by Turner's teenage daughter, Cheryl Crane. The incident instantly became front-page news across America. Rumors, headlines, and public speculation exploded. Investigators examined whether it was self-defense, murder, or something more complicated. After an official inquiry, the death was ruled justifiable homicide, meaning authorities accepted the explanation that Cheryl acted to protect her mother. No criminal charges were filed. Even so, the shocking case followed Lana Turner for years, becoming one of the most unforgettable scandals of Hollywood's golden age. Robert Mitchum, the Hollywood star arrested for marijuana. Robert Mitchum was known for his cool personality, deep voice, and tough guy roles in classic films. By the late 1940s, he was already one of Hollywood's biggest stars. But in 1948, his glamorous career took an unexpected turn when police raided a house in California and arrested him on marijuana possession charges. The story shocked Hollywood and quickly became national news. At a time when drug arrests could completely destroy a celebrity's career, many believed Mitchum's acting future was finished. He pleaded guilty to the charge and served time at a prison farm. Newspapers heavily covered the scandal, turning the actor into one of Hollywood's most controversial figures overnight. Surprisingly, instead of ending his career, the incident added to his rebellious image. Studios eventually welcomed him back, and audiences continued supporting him. Mitchum returned to major film roles and rebuilt his reputation, but his arrest remains one of the most famous criminal scandals involving a golden age Hollywood star. Paul Kelly, the real-life crime that led to prison. Paul Kelly lived through one of the darkest and most tragic scandals in classic Hollywood history. During the 1920s, Kelly became involved in a highly publicized romantic conflict with actor Ray Raymond over actress Dorothy Mackay. The personal feud eventually turned violent. In a furious confrontation, Kelly physically assaulted Raymond during a fight. At first, Raymond appeared to survive the incident, but days later he died from complications linked to his injuries. The shocking death led to criminal charges against Kelly. Hollywood and the public closely followed the case as newspapers covered every detail. Kelly was convicted of manslaughter and sentenced to prison. Unlike many celebrity scandals based only on rumors or accusations, this case resulted in real jail time. After serving his sentence, Kelly attempted an extraordinary comeback and eventually returned to acting. Amazingly, he rebuilt much of his career despite his criminal past. Even so, his story remains one of Hollywood's most unbelievable examples of fame, violence, and redemption. Frances Farmer, the arrests and public breakdown that shocked Hollywood. Frances Farmer was known for her intelligence, strong opinions, and powerful performances on screen. But unlike many Hollywood stars who followed studio rules, Farmer openly challenged authority and often spoke her mind. In the 1940s, her life began falling apart through a series of legal troubles and personal struggles. She was arrested multiple times, including one incident involving alleged drunk driving and disorderly behavior. Her courtroom appearances became sensational news, and newspapers painted her as a troubled celebrity spiraling out of control. As her behavior became more unpredictable, she was sent to psychiatric institutions, where her treatment later became the subject of controversy and debate. Over the years, dramatic rumors spread about what really happened to her behind closed doors. Although some stories remain disputed, her career suffered badly from the scandals. Frances Farmer's life became one of Hollywood's most tragic cautionary tales, a story involving fame, arrests, public humiliation, and a devastating personal collapse. Ingrid Bergman, the scandal that turned America against a Hollywood icon. Ingrid Bergman was admired as one of Hollywood's most respected and elegant stars. Films like Casablanca made her a symbol of grace and talent. But in the late 1940s, her perfect public image was shattered by a scandal that shocked America. While still married, Bergman began a relationship with Italian director Roberto Rossellini. When news broke that she was pregnant with his child, public outrage exploded. Religious groups, newspapers, and politicians harshly condemned her behavior. One U.S. senator even criticized her publicly, calling her a bad example for society. Although Bergman was not accused of a violent crime, she faced serious accusations of immorality during a period when Hollywood stars were expected to maintain flawless reputations. The backlash severely damaged her career in America, and she spent years working mainly in Europe. Eventually, public opinion softened, and Bergman made a successful comeback. Still, her scandal remains one of Golden Age Hollywood's most famous public controversies. Hollywood's Golden Age is often remembered as a world of glamour, luxury, and untouchable movie legends. But behind the flashing cameras and red carpets were scandals, courtroom battles, shocking accusations, and personal disasters that studios tried desperately to hide. Some stars survived the controversy. Others lost their careers, their reputations, or the lives they once knew. These unbelievable stories remind us that even Hollywood's biggest icons were far from perfect. Which case shocked you the most? Which Golden Age celebrity scandal should be in part 2? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Hollywood's hidden history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more untold stories from the dark side of classic Hollywood. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.